Hi everyone, I want to thank you for joining me for the last day in my Christmas card series. So, today's video also has a giveaway attached, so please make sure you watch to the end to hear how you can win. Alright, so we're going to start off today with doing some Versamark ink directly onto paper. And then once that's complete, then I used my new favorite embossing powder, which is Liquid Platinum by Ranger. And I covered off the embossing powder, the Versamark ink with this embossing powder in order to create my own foil paper. So if you have foil paper, that's one way to cut out this step. Next, I used my Pierce Snowflakes dies from Lawn Fun, and I just placed them on my page to maximize how many snowflakes I could cut. And what I'm going to do is now run this through my Cuttlebug. I'll do this several times in order to pretty much use up that entire piece of paper. Today's cards, well, today there are actually 2 cards, and the idea of these cards is to be simple, quick, and completely reproducible. Since we're getting so close to Christmas, at this point it's time to give up all those grand ideas of having these fabulous cards for everybody and just make sure that every person gets a card. So today is all about elegant and simple. Okay, so you'll notice here that I'm trying to get my die cuts out of the die. So it's a little bit challenging due to the additional embossing powder on there, but I've heard that if you put wax paper between your paper and the die and cut it, it really comes out really easily. I unfortunately didn't have any wax paper on hand, so I couldn't try this out. Let me know if it works. So now I'm using the Be Joyful stamp set, which has been a staple in my card series, and I am going to do a pattern that's similar to the pattern that I did on yesterday's envelope. However, I'm going to be stamping just the Merry Christmas sentiment. So I'm just staggering it off a little bit just to ensure that I don't have any of the sentiments end at the same point and kind of make it look like a continuous pattern paper. This technique I find I'm loving. It's really easy to do, especially if you can line it up freehand, and it has a really nice effect using your sentiment stamps as a fun patterned piece of paper. So I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. So once I'm done now, I just used the border stamp that came along with that card kit, or came along with that stamp set, and just finish off the edge rather than stamping it all the way through like I did on the card. Now this is the most trickiest part of this card and the most time consuming. And so if you don't want to do this, you can actually use multimedia matte and just glue this directly onto the card. But the snowflake, using some foam adhesive, cutting those tiny little strips so that they're hidden behind the snowflake, is probably the most time consuming part. Next, I'm going to use some sequins to just jazz it up just a little bit. 3 sequins in this case does the trick, and I'm just kind of scattering them to the right of the snowflake. And then that pretty much wraps up this card. There's not a whole lot to it, and it makes it very quick and easy to reproduce. So, and because of the little elements of glitter, it makes it really fun and a nice card to receive. So the day 2 card is a little bit more time consuming, but instead of doing a sentiment stamp, I'm just using the dots in that stencil, and I'm going to heat emboss those. I found that it's easier to stamp once and add some embossing powder so you can see, and then go on and stamp the next one. Once I did the bottom half of the card, I attached a snowflake and I stamped Merry Christmas above. Sorry, I didn't have the video of that portion. Okay, now it's giveaway time. So, I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch all 12 days of my Christmas card series. And so I'm going to be doing a Simon Says Stamp gift certificate for $25 to the person who wins my draw, which I will reveal next week, a week from today, so a week from Saturday. What you need to do to enter is you need to go and write a comment on my on this video indicating which day of the Christmas card series was your favorite, and I will be putting all those names into a draw and pulling out my winner. So I'll have a short video next week to announce my winner. And I want to really thank you guys again. It's been a pleasure putting this card series together and reading all your comments and feedback. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. So remember, don't forget to comment with your favorite day of the Christmas card series. Thanks, everybody. Bye.